Hey guys, how are we going today? Hope we're all having a lovely day. I'm back for another Temptations video and I need to apologize. I did film a Temptations video for last month, but it hasn't been uploaded and I don't know where it's gone. So I do apologize. I'm not quite sure what happened. So I'm just going to add those items into my video for this month, and I'm really lucky there were only two. So last month there was the Bite Millennials Pink Lip Crayons. I wanted to basically buy these ones because I didn't have that many pink lipsticks, and the few that I have are very, very bright. I tend to have a lot of nude lipsticks. I've got a couple of reds, I've got a couple of browns, but I really only have 3 pink lipsticks and they're all very, very similar and very bright, whereas I thought that the Bite lipsticks would help to flesh out the number of pinks that I do have. They're definitely still on my Temptations list and wish list, even though since then I have actually bought a couple of pink lipsticks as well, but I'm pretty sure that they are still different to what I currently have, and they were on the list for the last month, so I need to let you know. The other item is the Winky Luxe Unicorn Lip Glimmer Balm. Excuse me. Yeah, I saw this and I just absolutely loved it. I'm pretty sure that if I go into Mecca and see this there, I'm going to get it because it's just absolutely gorgeous, and it actually reminds me of a couple of lipsticks that I used to have when I was a teenager. I'm pretty sure they were Maybelline ones and they were pink as well. And they were like, I think they were called Wet Diamonds or something. They were just absolutely gorgeous, and this lip balm just reminded me so much of those. I figured it's the kind of thing you could pop over the top of a standard lipstick and it would just look absolutely gorgeous. So those are my August Temptations. On to September, and I have a long list for September. There has definitely been a lot that is tempting me this month. And as I'm sitting down going back through the list today, I'm looking at it all going, which one of those did I like? Because so many of the items are on, Christmas release lists, and the pages that I'm finding them from, there's multiple items on each post. So I've gone back through. A few of them are fairly explanatory, but there were a couple of others that I had to look into and go, oh, why did I save this one? Which one was it that I liked? But I've got them on here. First item is the Morphe Metallic Eyeshadow Trio. I can't quite remember which one of these it was that I liked. I'm pretty sure it was the bronze set and the purple set, but mainly the brownie goldy bronze ones. But I know that, liquid eyeshadows and cream eyeshadows just don't work for me because I have such oily eyelids. They crease and I just end up with basically nothing on my eyelids. So I'm still definitely interested by the colours, and I think that if I ever make any more, builder and palette kind of things, that I would group these types of colours together because they're just beautiful. Next item is one that I am really, really liking, and it's the Natasha Denona Glam Eyeshadow Palette. With all of the others that, have been released recently, there's the bronze one, there's the gold one, all of the others that, you can still buy. I've kind of liked, aspects of all of them, but they're all really warm. Like the ones that, all the neutral colours in there, they're all very warm and they're not my style. Whereas the Glam Eyeshadow Palette, it's cool toned, there's a lot of light shimmery shades. I just love everything about this. I would be so tempted if I saw this in store. at Sephora, but the only thing that's holding me back would be the price, because I know that it would be so damn expensive. But I still love it. I think if I went in store and I swatched it and saw the quality of the eyeshadows, even though I have a heap of eyeshadow palettes here, I'm pretty sure if I went and see it in store, if I get gift vouchers for Christmas or birthday or anything like that, I will put it towards that. Or some of the other items that are on here. There's a lot, and I love all of them. Next one is the Bobbi Brown Get Glossy Lip Set. I know I shouldn't, but I do. I love the colors. I love the shimmery ones in this. I love the, you know, the flat glossy colors as well. And it really reminds me of, I think it was the ABH set a couple of months ago. How long ago was that? I don't even know. I can't find it. I'm thinking it would have had to have been at the start of the year. I'm not sure. I will try and find a picture and put them up to compare them, but you know, nude glosses, I just love it. I probably, like, I most likely won't, because I know that I have a whole heap of glosses and I've just bought, you know, the Sephora gloss set. But I would still be very, very tempted if I saw this in store. It would be the kind of thing that I would get that and then come home and throw out a whole heap of other glosses that I have here that are pretty poor quality. But I'm not sure. That's why it's a temptation. It's not on the shopping list or the wish list, but it's one of those things where I'm really, really tempted. Next item are the Huda Beauty Sand and Purple eyeshadow palettes that they've just come out with. Now, these actually reminded me a lot of when she released the, is it the nude palettes? The 3 nude palettes. There was the deep, the dark, and like the deep one, the medium one, and the light one. These two just reminded me of those, but you know, with differences, obviously. And I love the colours in the sand palette. I love the colours in the purple palette. They're just my kind of palettes. And I think that for, you know, 9-pan palettes, they're pretty damn good. I'm, you know, very, 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 very tempted by these as well. I think this month has just been an absolute cracker of a month with all of the new releases. For the past couple of months, it's been, you know, on and off. There'll be good month, there'll be bad month. You know, there might be a couple of items on here. The next month there might be, you know, 8 or 9 items. But this month there has just been so much. And I know I've been on a little bit of a shopping binge lately, the last month in particular. And I'm not sure if maybe that's why I'm just really liking everything else. But, you know, majority of these items on here, when I'm looking at them, I'm like, yeah, it's really, really tempting with the eyeshadows and the lip products in particular. So next items are sets, of course. They're from Lancome. So the Juicy Tube set and the Colour Design Lip Collection. Now, I had a look at both of the lip collections. There's a nude one and there's a red one. I kind of prefer the red one. I've got a few red lipsticks. I think I've got maybe 4 or 5, and I love red lipsticks, but it has to be the right kind of red. I don't like orange reds. I'm a blue red kind of girl, but I like all different sorts. Like I like pinky reds, I like ones with shimmer, I like matte ones, and this collection here is just absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure whether Sephora has Lancome. I'm not sure whether Mecca does, but when, you know, the items that are on this month's Temptations list, when they come to stores near me or the websites, they'll be going onto my wish list for sure. And the Juicy Tubes I kind of like, but I'm like, oh, I have enough lip glosses, and they all do seem very, like they would be very, very sheer. and they don't have any, you know, color to them. So you'd put it on and it would basically just look like you've got shiny lips, or you would need to put it over the top of a lipstick. It's not like, you know, a colored lip gloss where you can just put it on and it gives you a little bit of color as well. Next one is the Laura Mercier Mini Caviar Quartet set. I just love the nude colors in this one, and I've never tried any of the, you know, caviar sticks. I'm not sure how, you know, they would work for me. As I mentioned before, you know, my eyes don't really respond well to cream or liquid eye products, but I would definitely love to give it a go. And the 4 colors in this set are just so pretty. Like, I've really been going lately for a, you know, just a one color swipe over the eye kind of look in, you know, a light or a neutral color. And I think that these are just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, the next item I will not buy, but I like the idea of it, and it's the Makeup Revolution Forever Dynamic palettes. Now I have kind of liked the layouts of some of their bigger palettes before, but you know, I don't want an entire palette of blue eyeshadows. I don't want an entire palette of green eyeshadows. You know, some of their other ones that are all pinks and nudes, yeah, I could do with those palettes, but you know, I've got enough large palettes at the moment. I think it's this fact that these are minis, and that the minis kind of encompass the whole feel of the palettes. You know, I would be happy to add a few more blue eyeshadows and a few more green eyeshadows with the little palettes, and pink ones in particular as well. I did like that pink one, but doesn't mean that I want to buy, you know, just all of them, or that, you know, I want a little palette with 8 crappy eyeshadows just so that I can say I have, you know, 7 more blue eyeshadows or 7 more green eyeshadows, or, you know, I have the mini feel of those. I've been burned in the past before with Makeup Revolution, and the quality of their eyeshadows I find is really hit and miss, and I wouldn't kind of want to risk it unless I can see them in store. If I can go to a Priceline and they're there and I can swatch them, but even then I think, you know, maybe 1 or possibly 2, but I have enough eyeshadows here. I'm pretty sure that for the palette that I really like, I have all those colours here anyway, so there's not really any point. Next is the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity palette. When I saw the palette, like, you know, the big online picture, I wasn't really that interested until I saw the swatches, and I thought they were absolutely gorgeous and so glittery. I would have thought that there were more mattes in the palette, but when I looked at the swatches, you know, side by side, it was just absolutely beautiful. And I know that I will not get this one because it is just way out of my price range, and I don't think that I would use all of the colors, but it's still gorgeous. Next is one that I was actually looking at buying. Like, I was on the website trying to find it, and it's the Kimchi Chic Heart Highlighters. I went on to Beauty Bay to try and find this, and when I looked on there, it wasn't on there yet, so I'm hoping that it goes up there fairly soon. I'd like to know how much it's going to be. I love highlighters, I really do. Given my no-buy year, you know, towards the start of this year, and trying to go through my project pan, I know, you know, how long it's taking me to go through highlighters, and I know that, you know, for the price of them, I already have a heap in my drawer, in, you know, my little tub, sitting there waiting to be used. I think I've touched maybe 1 or 2 of them this entire year, which is very disappointing, knowing that they're sitting there just not being used. But it's still very tempting. I like the fact that there's, you know, the one I'm looking at in particular has, you know, kind of champagne-y nude base on one side, and there's more of a pinky base on the other side. And I think that both of the colours would go really well with my skin tone as well. So that one is definitely very tempting for me. The next item is a big one, and I know that everyone's loving this at the moment, and when I'm filming this video, it's been released, it's sold out, and I'm super disappointed. And it's the Colourpop Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters palette. And also the Trick or Treat eyeliner. So I love Hocus Pocus. I grew up with Hocus Pocus. I love the movie. It's just hilarious. And I love the colours in this palette. I think it embodies the, you know, the feeling and the mood of the movie just so well. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And this one I was going to get, like, without a doubt. I was on the website, gonna get it. Sold out. Because of the time difference here, I would have had to have gotten up at 3 in the morning to get this. And when I was looking on the Colourpop, you know, Instagram page, everyone was saying, you know, it was sold out within 10-20 minutes, and that people were adding it to their cart and then going to check out, and it was sold out. It was gone. So very disappointed I missed this one. Hopefully they do a big restock, because I know that when they restock it again, it's going to sell out again. And I love the Trick or Treat eyeliner. I think the colour is just gorgeous. The other two colours are pretty nice, but I don't think that I would wear them. Whereas this one, you know, it's my jam. It's my kind of thing. Next one is one that I only saw a couple of days ago, and I really liked it. And it's something that I feel is a little bit of a dupe, and it's the LA Girl Downplay 9-pan palette. When I was looking at, you know, the 4 of the palettes that they've just released, it was this one and there was one other, and when I kind of looked at them next to each other, I thought, reminds me of the Huda Beauty palette. You know, the textured neutrals palette, just the colours of it, the different finishes, and it was really nice. The only thing that's kind of holding me back though, and the reason why the Huda Beauty palette has kind of, I've been thinking about that a lot recently, is I've recently pulled out my Mecca Max palette, and I've swatched a couple of the colours here. I'm going to try and hold it here. So I've swatched these 2 colours here and this one on my hand, and they actually looked like the matte versions of Tati's palette. Like it doesn't seem like it would, but when I swatched it, it does. Let me just... Doesn't that look like the matte, you know, colours from her palette? And when I saw this little palette, I thought, well, there's the different textures, and it's kind of got me thinking about it. And I would never normally wear colours like this, which is why I was always very standoffish about buying it, and why I didn't buy it when it was first released. And I'm still looking at it now and I'm like, oh, it's just a bit too expensive for me. But seeing those there, I'm thinking, you know, more and more, I think I could get into it. The past couple of months in particular, I have been thinking I definitely, you know, could see myself using that. But it's been the price that is holding me back. And when I saw LA Girl release these little palettes, I thought, that's really, really nice. I've never had any LA Girl products before, because I just can't get them where I am without going through, you know, Beauty Bay or somewhere. Which, you know, might be an option if I want to get the Kimchi Chic highlighter. I can pop a little bit of an order on there. But I don't know what the quality is going to be like. And I know that I don't wear black eyeshadows. I just don't. But there was something gorgeous about this little palette that just reminded me so much of the Tati palette. And that's another thing that was holding me back on the Tati palette as well, because I know that I don't wear black. So, you know, there's at least 3 or 4 of those shades there that just will not get used. So it's it's definitely something that I'll still be thinking about for a while. So next item is the last, thankfully, down to the last final item on here. And it's a nail polish that I've noticed there's a couple of videos I've been watching lately on YouTube from Hayley and, you know, Beauty News. So Hayley from Beauty News and her on the Beauty News video and also on her own videos. She's been wearing the most gorgeous nail polish, and it's from Graceful nail polish, and it's in the shade Siren's Tail. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me so much of a nail polish that I had when I was in high school that I just loved. I went through 2 entire bottles of this nail polish, and you just can't get it anymore. And this colour is just so gorgeous. It's got a little bit more green in it, but I think it's just absolutely beautiful. So it's definitely on my list here, and I'll be going through at the end of this year doing a recap of things that, you know, I have bought from here and are things that, you know, see whether or not I'm still liking them. Yeah, so we'll see how things go. And that's it. That's my list for this month. If you have any comments or anything you'd like to ask, please feel free to comment down below. But until then, I'll talk to you next time.